It's your boy Young Burnt Toast, aka Young Burger Patty. Nobody wants beef. Now listen, man. Today was a very, very crazy day. Somebody got a hold of the game, as we know, and they just started scrolling through the Pokedex. So we've seen pretty much every Pokemon in the game, and I'm gonna show you guys every single new Pokemon that was revealed today. But before we get into that, I know you can read, I know you can see, all right? The title says it, the thumbnail says it, and if you somehow miss those, I'm here to verbally tell you, if you don't want to be spoiled, get up out of here, bro. Just leave, skedaddle, because if somebody spoils you, it's not gonna be me, and I'm gonna guarantee that every time. Anyways, this is a long video because there's so many Pokemon to go through, bro. My mind is blown. Like, wait till you see the stuff that they leaked today, people. Just wait. One of them is a Pokemon that I announced would be in the game at least 3-4 months ago. Because I know stuff all the time. I've never been wrong about anything. Now let's go ahead and hop in. Anyways, first Pokemon, Raboot. This is the evolution of Scorbunny and the pre-evolution of Cinderace. I actually like the way this looks a lot. I'd even say I like this Pokemon better than Cinderace. But I digress because we're looking at Cinderace right now. We have a better picture of it. I like this Pokemon too, though. A lot of people are saying this Pokemon looks goofy as hell. And it might a little bit, but I still like it. And I think once I see it in motion, it'll look better to me. Just like Inteleon will look better to the Sobble people. You know what I'm saying? Now, Grookey Gang is winning right now. But the war's not over. Alright, you've won the battle. You won the initial impressions battle. But the war's not over. Alright? And I'm telling you right now, Cinderace is coming out on top. Speaking of Cinderace, I don't think this is an official picture. It could be. I don't think it is. There's an Inteleon picture similar to this one floating around, and it's not real. It's fan art, but it looks very good, and it actually changed people's opinion on Inteleon. But that's kind of weird because it's not a real picture. It's not official, so we don't actually know anything really. But yeah, here's this picture. It exists. It looks pretty cool. Next up, we have the pre-evolution of Alcremie, and I'm telling you right now, I couldn't give less of a fuck about this thing in any way, shape, or form. I'm sorry, Alcremie fans. I don't even know what I'm looking at. What is that? Next up, we have something very interesting. We have a Galarian Corsola. Now, I don't know if you guys know anything about coral or coral reefs. Coral are kind of like very small, I don't even know how I would describe a coral. They're basically just very tiny animals that live in these coral reefs that they make. They live in colonies, they all clustered up. I don't really know how to describe it, all right? But what I do know is that starfish and many other predators like to eat coral, and coral are good for the environment, I'm pretty sure, in one way or another. I took marine biology in middle school. I don't really remember all this stuff off the top of my head. All I do know is that once coral die, they leave behind their kind of exoskeleton or their skeleton or whatever the hell it's called, and it turns white. And I'm pretty sure that's what this Corsola is based on, which is crazy as fuck. So this Corsola is a ghost type, and it actually evolves. So they have Galarian Corsola evolving into Cursola. So it's Corsola and then it's Cursola, because this is also a ghost type. And it looks pretty fucking crazy, bro. That is creepy as hell. It's like a little ghost inside of this skeleton thing. And it's pretty shocking just because this is based on actual coral dying. I don't know where they're going with this, but I hope this Pokemon is good. I really do. I really, really do, because it seems weird to make a Pokemon evolve that doesn't normally evolve and it not be, you know, good in some kind of way, you know? Anyways, moving right along, we have the pre-evolution of Dreadnought. This Pokemon is goofy as hell. So this Pokemon is called Choodle. So it's like chew, like food chew, mixed with turtle, so it's Choodle. This is easily the goofiest Pokemon I've ever seen, at least in Sword and Shield. I can't think of a Pokemon off the top of my head that looks goofier than this one. What the fuck? What are you calling a pinhead looking at? Next up, we have the first form of Centiskorch that we saw before. I don't know what this thing's name is. I'm sure they have its name somewhere. I just don't remember them off the top of my head. But this thing looks very funny. Its eyes being on the very front of its face like that, and its mouth being underneath just looks hilarious. And it has like that little mustache. This shit is funny, bro. And then I think this thing evolves into Centiskorch, and then I think Centiskorch evolves into this thing, and this thing looks cool as hell. I don't know what this thing's name is, but holy shit. If it's a bug and fire, that's going to be a problem unless it has like ridiculous stats. You can just see Volcarona and, you know, pretty much make your deductions off that. Volcarona is a very good Pokemon, but that's only because of its move pool, not really its typing. Its typing helps just because of the moves that it gets as far as like Bug Buzz and, you know, fire moves and stuff like that, but it also gets access to Psychic, Quiver Dance, things like that. Stealth Rock is always a problem for things like this unless they're just exceptionally good. So I'm hoping this Pokemon is very good. I'm hoping all these Pokemon stats are just phenomenal. Is that too much to ask for? It probably is. But it's been a while, literally it's been years since we've seen a lot of good Pokemon in our region, because Gen 7 was horrible, terrible. So many slow Pokemon, so many Pokemon that were just unusable, so many Pokemon that were outclassed by either previous Pokemon or just legendaries in general. It's just really whack when it's like that, because you can't really use any of the Pokemon. And I don't know. I'm looking forward to these Pokemon having good stats. Hopefully they do. Next up, we have a picture of Zation. It doesn't have its sword in its mouth. It doesn't have any armor or anything like that. It looks very different from how we normally see it. Its ear is cut. It has scars everywhere. I'm pretty sure that this is probably Zation normally. And then once we fulfill some kind of requirement, it changes into the Zation that we know. Where it has a sword in its mouth. Its Pokedex entry says, known as a legendary hero, this Pokemon absorbs metal particles, transforming into a weapon it uses to battle. So it probably absorbs these metal particles, and then you see the armor, you see the sword. It doesn't always have a sword in its mouth. We thought it did, but it doesn't always have a sword in its mouth. And its appearance is very different from what we imagined it to be, just because we've seen it before. So we didn't really have to imagine it. But I think it's cool. Also, something cool to note on this page is that it's a fairy type. I don't know if there's more to the right of it because it's cut off, but it's a fairy type, and it has the number of times you battled the Pokemon there, which is kind of cool. I think that's a pretty cool touch that they've added in there. Next picture, we have this Pokemon called Lynx. I don't know what this is. I don't know. It's clearly some type of bug. It probably evolves, but they don't have the evolution pictured here. So Lynx looks very weird, has boobs for eyes. I'm just playing. Next up, we have this Stonehenge looking Pokemon, Stone Joiner. I just hope these Pokemon are clean, bro. Is that too much to ask? I really just hope these Pokemon are clean. I don't really have much to say about this one. I think he looks pretty cool. He's definitely based on the Stonehenge, which is located out there in Europe somewhere. We're getting to the juicy stuff, though. Trust me, we're getting to the juicy stuff, people. We are getting juicy. Now, these Pokemon right here, I'm going to show all of them at the same time. These Pokemon are very unique because apparently they're the fossil Pokemon. There's 4 of them in this game. And apparently in the game you find pieces of the fossils, not the entire fossils. You find pieces of the fossils, and you can mix match each piece to get a different Pokemon, which is crazy. How does that even work? Does that even make sense? That doesn't make any sense, but it's there. That's just how they set it up for this game. So there's only so many combinations that you can make, and then you can make up to 4 of them, and we have all 4 of the fossil Pokemon that you can actually get here. And they actually have different typings. They're like electric, and I'm pretty sure they'll all be rock types. Every fossil Pokemon is a rock type usually. So it's just cool. It's unique. It's very unique. I'm not personally a fan of fossil Pokemon because they all suck. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. But yeah, it'll be pretty interesting to see these Pokemon in action. You can kind of see how they resemble each other piece by piece. I think it's pretty cool. I do think it's cool. So you guys can see right here, somebody actually leaked this before. Fossils in Galar are broken into top halves and bottom halves for some reason. Huh, very convenient. Strangely, no matter which top and bottom you combine, they can be restored together. Very weird, but I still think it's cool. I do think it's cool. Next up, we have the Pokemon that I was going crazy over before. They're like hat psychic fairy things. And this one has like a little party hat on. This one has a witch's hat on. And this one is just a straight up witch. These Pokemon look crazy, bro. What? Rule 34 about to go crazy on that one. No, I'm just kidding. Next up, shockingly enough, there is a Galarian Mr. Mime, and he looks fucking crazy. What is going on here? What type is he? And don't even get me started on his, bro. I know you guys can see it. I know you guys can see it. In this picture, there's so much goodness. Mr. Mime evolves into Mr. Rime. And then who do we have right under that? Galarian Darumaka. And who do we have right under that? Galarian Darmanitan. But we're not there yet. We're not there yet, people. We're not there yet. We're not there. We'll get there eventually. So let's talk about this Mr. Mime, bro. He has a blue tie. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, Mr. Rime, though. First of all, he got bars. All right, you can hear it in his name, Mr. Rime. Look at him. He has a cane and a top hat. What? His belly is a face. This Pokemon is clean as hell. This is the cleanest Pokemon in the game. This is the cleanest Pokemon in the whole game. This is the cleanest. They made Mr. Mime evolve? Who would have ever thought about that? Who would have thought that would happen? Nobody. Literally nobody. Mr. Rime about to be spitting bars. I hope he jumps up and clicks his heels together. Now let's get into the star of the show. Now, back in October like 19th or something, I tweeted, wait till Galarian Darmanitan shows up. I didn't tweet that for no reason. I knew he was in the game months ago. I knew he was in the game in like June or May. I got people, all right? And I've never ever once been wrong about anything. Anything I told you early has happened. I told you when Sonora was in Smash Bros. I got people everywhere, all right? So listen to me when I say something, because I've never told a lie about anything. Anyways, Galarian Darmanitan is here. He's an ice type. Probably. Like, I think that's a safe assumption to make. Bro, look at him. I don't care what people think. People calling him ugly, you're wrong. All right? You're wrong. And even if he is ugly to you, regular Darmanitan's ugly too. So it doesn't matter if he's ugly. He's Darmanitan. He's about to be strong as shit. Hopefully he's not too trash. Cause honestly, Darmanitan is one of the only pure fire types that you can actually use in the game. Every other pure fire type is fucking trash, except for like Arcanine and I don't think I can think of any off the top of my head right now. But either way, I digress. This Pokemon is clean as hell, and we about to be in there. This is about to be my mascot. Every icon you see is gonna look like this. I promise you. Anytime you see this Pokemon, you're gonna think of me. Anytime you think of me, you're gonna think of this Pokemon. Matter of fact, he got the same lips as me. Anyway, let's move on, man. Galarian Darmanitan. I told you guys he was going to be in the game years ago, and here he is, and we out here. Next up, we have the pre-evolution of Poltergeist, Sinistea. He's holding his own handle. His handle is his arm, bro. That's so fire. Now, we don't know much about this Pokemon. They were saying that Poltergeist evolves. I don't think that's true, though. I think they just assumed that the elephant was the evolution of Poltergeist because it looked like it was a teapot or some kind of porcelain. But that's cool that we've seen that Sinistea evolves into Poltergeist. I love these names, by the way. Next, we have Applin and Flapple. Bro, Applin, I'm pretty sure that Applin is a grass type, and I'm 100% sure that Flapple is a grass and dragon type. I'm pretty sure this is a dragon. I'm glad we have another grass dragon that isn't Mega Sceptile or Alolan Executor, just because it's kind of hard to use those Pokemon. Alolan Executor is not the best in the world, and of course you need to Mega Evolve with Sceptile to use you know, his grass dragon, and he's not even in the game anymore. So it's cool that we have another grass dragon to replace those two, because those two might not even be in the game anymore, honestly. I don't think either one of them will be in this game. I don't think Alolan Executor is going to be in Galar. And then, of course, as we know, there's no Megas in Galar. So, yeah, this is going to have to replace that entire typing for us. And that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. Next, we have the elephant that people saw in one of the leaked screenshots. Cuffant. What is that? Is that a shovel on his nose? What is that? A hand? I have no idea what I'm looking at. All I do know is that he evolves into Copperajah. Bro, look at this Pokemon. We have a legit elephant. Phanpy and Donphin are elephants too, but they're not large elephants like this one. They're like pygmy elephants. Look at this dude. What? He has a hand, bro. He has a hand as a nose. This Pokemon is crazy. What type is this thing? What type is this Pokemon? I need to know. I have no idea by looking at it. I can't tell at all. This shit is crazy. It's probably a rock type. If you had to ask me, I'd say it's a rock type. But I don't know. This shit looks crazy. This Pokemon is sick. These Pokemon are clean. They have barely missed at all. All of these Pokemon are clean as hell. It's crazy. Next up, we have Indeedee. I don't know what's going on with this thing. There's a lot of bipedal furry type Pokemon in this game. I don't know where to start. I don't know what I'm looking at. Them hips kind of wide though. Next up, we have probably one of my favorite Pokemon in the entire game so far that we've seen. This is the evolution of the poison and electric type Pokemon Toxel. We thought that this was the Pseudo Legendary, but it's not. We've actually seen the Pseudo Legendary and he's coming up soon. But this Pokemon looks fucking clean. He's smug as hell. He look like he about to do some big dick damage. This Pokemon better be clean. You can't make a Pokemon that badass and he not be good. It's just disrespectful. So this Pokemon I know for a fact is about to be good. But then again, you could say the same thing about, what's that damn weasel? The electric weasel that they put out in 7th gen? The name escapes me, but he's not very good. And you would expect him to be good just off of how he looks. So hopefully this Pokemon is not the same. Poison and electric is very good offensively. So hopefully he can do something. This Pokemon looks so badass, bro. I didn't expect a Pokemon like, is this even a Pokemon? It looks like a Crash Bandicoot character. It looks like the villain of Ratchet and Clank, so I don't even know what the hell's going on, bro. Now next up, we have Eternatus. This is his Pokedex entry. He actually has a different form. The above form is his main form. In the second form, he changes into some weird shit. So you guys can see the first form here. I don't know what I'm looking at. Eternatus looks very weird. I can't really make out the top from the bottom here. But he has another form, and Shizzy said he looks like Final Destination. I don't know what's... This is a Pokemon? This is a Pokemon. This is a Pokemon? There's no way this is a Pokemon, bro. How the fuck is this a Pokemon? What the hell's going on? And then last but not least, we have the Pseudo Legendary line. It's looking to be a dragon. A lot of the Pseudo Legendaries are dragons. But they're saying that this Pseudo Legendary line is a dragon ghost. So you guys can see, Droopy is the first form. And then he evolves, and he's still there. He evolves, and there's a Droopy on top of the Dracloak's head. It's literally the same Pokemon. Droopy is just on top of the evolution. So does the evolution just call more Droopies as its goons? And I say that because you guys are gonna see when I go to the next Pokemon, the evolution of Dracloak, Dragapult, okay, you can clearly see that his head has Droopies in them that he's gonna fire out. The name is very telling, Dragapult. He's shooting out his basic form to attack. He's he's using his brethren as missiles. I'm like, what? Is that not the cleanest shit you've ever heard in your life? He throws the lesser version of himself at you to attack. What the fuck, bro? Is this not, bro? Is this not the cleanest shit you've ever seen in your life, people? What? He's shooting Pokemon at you to attack. Oh my god, this shit is crazy. I need this game. There's so many cool looking Pokemon in this. I've never been this excited just looking at the Pokedex. Never been this excited just looking at the Pokedex. There's so many cool looking Pokemon, and the only reason I'm this excited is because I really feel like Sun and Moon was lacking. I might have been excited when I first seen Sun and Moon, but for me to be this excited again, they would have had to go out of their way to make some crazy designs, and they did. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. I don't know how people wouldn't be hyped if they've seen this stuff. A lot of people are staying away from leaks. But the people that are staying away from leaks are probably the ones that are the most excited to play the game because they don't want to be spoiled by anything. A lot of people are not excited to play the game, but I feel like looking at these leaks would easily excite them. But I digress. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe. I don't know what more can leak. I don't know what more can leak in this game. We've pretty much seen everything at this point. But if something leaks, you already know I'll make a video if it's worthy to talk about. Game comes out in less than 2 weeks, and we should be ready to go when it does come out. I'm gonna have all kinds of stuff ready to go. I'm gonna have a new intro. You already know how I do, man. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, buy you a Pokemon Cypher t-shirt if you want one. There should be a new one coming out very, very soon. And people like that design way more, so do what you will. We'll be back when there's more info or when there's something to talk about. Goodbye!